We recently had a chance to sit down with Sensei Darian Stokes, a local music organizer and martial arts instructor. We were able to talk with him about the works he's done for the community and the space he's created for young artists over the years. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hello and welcome back to the Weaver Wire. I'm Jaiden Douglas, and today we are joined by Sensei Darian Stokes, owner of Game Over Comics in Burlington, NC, and founder of Musicon, a local punk metal independent music series. Sensei, could you talk to us a bit about what you did, what you wanted to accomplish setting out creating Musicon? What's the goal of Musicon?
Well, the main goal is to give people a chance to play, new bands a chance, and a venue to play. And there's a lot of bands out there. There's a lot of good talent out there, and not many venues for to give them opportunity, especially new bands starting out. So my goal is to give up and coming bands a good opportunity to express their talent. I started Musicon in, I think it was 2013, or maybe 2014, just a little while after I opened the shop. When I first started, it was just a variety of bands. Anybody I could find who wanted to play music, and it wasn't very well known. Musicon wasn't, it wasn't a big thing back then. And then we had a punk band ask us, hey, do you want to start Musicon back up? And I was like, sure. And so it started more of a punk scene, and then a metal scene came in, and it just grew from there.
Talk about a lot about this community, and I think Musicon is really excellent because it gives this opportunity to support the local community. And the other thing you do in that is you are a martial arts instructor. Yes. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Do you see a connection between you running Musicon and for some of these kind of older kids and also teaching martial arts to younger kids?
There is a little bit of a connection because people even in the music community kind of look up to me. Mm-hmm. And so I guess I'm sort of like an adopted mentor to some people.
Absolutely, you are.
But I love that, but I want people to understand that it's not about me. It's about the scene. It's about giving people opportunity. It's about community, and I'm just a small part of that.
So for years, these Musicon events would take place right in the shop. Bands would play right in the comic shop. But the last show held wasn't able to be in the shop. Do you talk about why that is? And
yes. So we've been doing Musicon for almost 10 years now. And I had a stage set up in the shop. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, the fire marshal decided, well, you can't have that stage here. And then he brought in the building inspector, and they said, well, your shop wasn't set up originally to be a place of gathering. Mm-hmm. And they kind of seemed like they didn't like having young people dancing and moshing. And I don't know. It's unfortunate, but I'm working towards getting the shop back to whatever they want me to, wherever they want it to be, so that I can start doing events again there, and we're very close to being finished. If the fire marshal somehow disagrees or the building inspector disagrees, I'm going to go to a city hall meeting and present my case. And so I'll need support, from the community for that, because I think the community is pretty much on board with us.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, there's like a bar on every corner downtown, so young people don't have anything to do or anywhere to go. And I wish I had that when I was, I had the arcade when I was younger, but there aren't arcades anymore. So, where do you go? The reason we had it in another location was because right when the fire marshal shut us down, I was in the process of having a fundraiser for one of the bands, one of the young members, Noel.
Orphan Riot.
Of Orphan Riot.
Yes.
He lost his mom just a few weeks ago. And I lost my mom last year, so I know what he's going through. And, his dad is a good friend of mine. Mike is a good friend of mine. So I came up with an idea to do a fundraiser because I saw that they were selling some of their equipment to help pay for medical bills. And, I just couldn't, sit by and, let that happen without doing something. So I started this fundraiser, and the owner of the building where we held the concert, she heard what I was doing and let us do it for free, which was amazing. And that's what community is all about, helping each other, being there for each other, and I'm all for that. So that's why we had it in a different location. But hopefully in the next month or two, we'll be back at Game Over.
Yeah, and I think that that concert was really just the best example of how important Musicon is to the local music community in Burlington and larger area of North Carolina.
Yeah, you were there. Everybody had the best time.
Just incredible, and so much love in that room.
Absolutely.
For all the bands involved and everyone really bringing it out.
Absolutely.
Which is why it's so important that we keep Musicon going.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
So that brings me to my last question. You could answer in terms of getting it back into Game Over, and also just in a larger sense down the road, years down the road. What are your hopes for the future of Musicon?
Well, I definitely want to keep it going. I like the fact that there are new bands springing up. Some of them just because they heard of us. Mm-hmm. People have started bands because of Musicon. I started my own band because of Musicon.
Yeah.
And I just want that to keep happening. I mean, that kind of artistry, that kind of community should never die. And I would like for, hopefully one day, to have a bigger building, to have a bigger venue for Musicon and Game Over Comic Shop and Bushido Judo School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sensei, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Sensei Darian Stokes. I'm Jaiden Douglas, and this has been the Weaver Wire.